Welcome to Streaming News Network, where we deliver balanced reporting with the facts that matter. This edition is hosted by J. Claude McDaniel. Please like and subscribe.
This is J. Claude McDaniel and this is Streaming News Network. We begin with our first report. A Wisconsin sheriff's deputy is facing criminal charges after authorities say he allowed his 3-year-old daughter to pull the trigger of his shotgun during a turkey hunt, resulting in injuries to a fellow deputy and that deputy's 7-year-old son. Investigators say James Lehman, 35, was hunting at the Honey Creek Wildlife Area in Burlington when he believed he saw what appeared to be a turkey. Officials allege he allowed his young daughter to fire a 12-gauge shotgun, but the shot struck a colleague and the child instead. The 40-year-old deputy suffered pellet injuries to his back, lower torso, and arm. His son suffered serious injuries, including wounds involving his head and spine, and later required surgery. Authorities say Lehman admitted he was an inexperienced turkey hunter. He has been charged with multiple counts involving reckless injury and negligent use of a weapon. Lehman has been placed on administrative leave while the investigation continues. He is scheduled to appear in court on September 10. This is J. Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. An Arizona high school football program has been suspended indefinitely while school officials and law enforcement investigate what has been described as a potentially serious incident involving members of the football team and school personnel. The Saddle Mountain Unified School District announced that Tonopah Valley High School canceled its scheduled varsity and junior varsity football games while the investigation moves forward. District officials said student safety and well-being remain the top priority. Superintendent Mike Winters stated that the district received a report involving faculty members and football team members and immediately began reviewing the allegations. Local law enforcement was contacted, and the district said it is cooperating fully with the investigation. Officials have not released details about the incident or identified any coaches, staff members, or students involved. The football program will remain suspended until further notice. District leaders say more information will be provided when it is appropriate and when the ongoing investigation allows. This is J. Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. An Ohio high school principal has been removed from his position after allowing a homeless student to continue attending classes, but he says he stands by his decision to help a young person facing difficult circumstances. Rob Burnside, the former principal of Lakota East High School near Cincinnati, said he understands that communication with district officials could have been better, but he believes his actions were focused on protecting a student's future. The student, Landarius Hayes, said he was unable to safely remain with either parent during his junior year and at times had to sleep in a family vehicle. After his mother moved outside the school district, officials informed Hayes that he could no longer attend classes there. Burnside decided to help Hayes continue his education and eventually welcomed him into his own home with his wife so he could finish high school. The district later determined that Burnside could not continue as principal and removed him from the position. Despite losing his job, Burnside says he has no regrets, asking what greater value there is than helping the life and future of a young person. This is J. Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network. This is Streaming News Network. 2 Colorado State Patrol troopers were shot during a traffic stop Tuesday morning in Teller County, Colorado, leading to a temporary shelter-in-place order as authorities searched for the suspect. Officials say the troopers were conducting a traffic stop on Highway 24 near Woodland Park when gunfire erupted. One trooper suffered serious injuries, while the second trooper sustained minor injuries. Authorities launched a large-scale search for the suspect, who was described as a man with brown or blonde shoulder-length hair. Investigators said he was believed to be driving a blue Subaru Impreza with no visible front license plate or an obstructed plate. Law enforcement warned residents not to approach the suspect because he was considered armed and dangerous. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation later announced that the suspect and his vehicle had been located, and the individual was taken into custody. Officials say the investigation remains active as authorities continue gathering details surrounding the shooting. This is Streaming News Network. Target has apologized and removed a children's Halloween costume from its stores and website following criticism that the design resembled racist imagery associated with blackface and minstrel performances. The costume, marketed as a children's circus clown outfit, sparked controversy online after customers raised concerns about its appearance and historical associations. Target acknowledged the criticism, saying the company made a mistake and that the costume should not have been included in its product selection. The retailer said the item is no longer available and that it is reviewing how the product was approved for sale. The controversy comes as Target continues efforts to rebuild consumer confidence following previous criticism involving company policies and product decisions. Some customers expressed disappointment and questioned whether internal review processes were effective in identifying potentially offensive products before reaching store shelves. Target says it is examining what changes are needed to prevent similar situations in the future. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. A federal judge has rejected Ghislaine Maxwell's effort to overturn her sex trafficking conviction and 20-year prison sentence, leaving her with limited options for early release. Judge Paul Engelmayer ruled that Maxwell's legal challenge lacked merit and found that her claims did not present evidence capable of changing the outcome of her trial. The judge stated that many of Maxwell's arguments had already been addressed during previous appeals or could have been raised earlier. Maxwell argued that prosecutors withheld evidence, relied on false testimony, and violated her constitutional rights. She also claimed newly released documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein supported her request for a new review. The judge disagreed, saying the documents did not undermine the conviction and instead supported the evidence presented at trial. Maxwell was convicted in 2021 on charges related to recruiting and trafficking underage victims connected to Epstein. She remains incarcerated at a federal prison camp in Texas. With this ruling, her remaining legal options are significantly limited. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network. This is Streaming News Network. Second Lady Usha Vance is responding to comments from Michigan Senate candidate Abdul El-Sayed after he referenced her background while criticizing Vice President J.D. Vance. During an interview, Usha Vance said she viewed the remarks with humor and focused instead on the family relationships she has built with her husband's relatives in Ohio. She said she has experienced kindness and acceptance from the people there and described them as family. The controversy began after El-Sayed criticized Vice President Vance's comments regarding Sharia law and referenced Vance's late grandparents in a social media post. Critics argued the comment involved an inappropriate reference to Usha Vance's heritage. Vice President Vance later criticized El-Sayed's remarks, saying they reflected a departure from the values of working-class voters, including his grandfather, who supported labor unions. Republican leaders defended the Vances, while the discussion has continued to spark debate over race, culture, religion, and political messaging. This is Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network, delivering the latest news with unbiased analysis. This is Streaming News Network. A 22-year-old college baseball player was fatally shot by police in Pennsylvania after authorities say he mistakenly approached the wrong home while trying to find a friend's house. Glenwood Bubba Peischer had been celebrating a friend's birthday before walking to another location. According to his family, Peischer was intoxicated and believed he had arrived at his friend's home when he began knocking on the door. The residents inside called police, reporting a possible break-in. When officers arrived, they found Peischer in the backyard area of the property, where officers fired their weapons, striking him and causing his death. Officials say the incident is under investigation by the Montgomery County Detective Bureau. Surveillance video from the property is being reviewed as investigators work to determine what happened before the shooting. Family members and community supporters are calling for answers while remembering Peischer as a talented athlete, devoted friend, and young man with a promising future. I'm Claude McDaniel reporting for Streaming News Network. This is Streaming News Network. Hollywood star Tom Cruise is reportedly feeling frustrated about his personal life as sources claim his intense dedication to filmmaking may be affecting his search for a long-term relationship. The 64-year-old actor, known for the Mission Impossible franchise, is currently single and has reportedly expressed interest in finding a lasting partnership and possibly marrying again. According to people familiar with his life, Cruise's commitment to his career has often taken priority, with his demanding movie schedule making relationships difficult to maintain. Sources also say his personal beliefs and lifestyle choices may create challenges for potential partners. Cruise is preparing for the release of his upcoming film Digger, a satirical drama directed by award-winning filmmaker Alejandro G. Inarritu. The movie marks one of his first major non-franchise projects in years. While questions remain about the film's reception, Cruise is expected to promote the project extensively ahead of its release. Despite his decades of success in Hollywood, reports suggest Cruise continues to seek balance between his career ambitions and personal happiness. I am Claude McDaniel for Streaming News Network. Thank you for watching and staying informed.
Thank you for viewing Streaming News Network videos and also short and special reports. Please like, subscribe, and tap the bell to be notified of additional reports.